Oh, dude, I hope they were recording. Well, they were, at least for the video. Maybe they go play. Yeah, that was good. There we go. Ooh, I like how he had that little rasp at the end. It's those funny little human moments that you want to go for and keep. He has that like anime heartthrob lover, like kind of like the way that it's sounding, not the way that I've heard before.
I'm definitely listening to all of that.
Okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is everybody's favorite Nuna, Michelle, and we are back with one of my favorite people to talk about one of my favorite groups, my music producer husband, Matthew TRYBA.
Hi.
So if you haven't watched any of my videos with Matthew before, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, I'm Matthew TRYBA. I'm married to Michelle for 4 years now. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and I've engineered on a lot of major label records. You can see behind us, we have One Republic, Taylor Swift, we've got Ariana Grande under the belt, Maroon 5. Who do we think of recently?
Oh, we were in a workout class
Yeah,
together,
we were one of the songs I worked on.
And you were like, I worked on this.
Ella Henderson, Ghost.
Ella Henderson, Ghost. I love that song.
Forgot.
I forgot about that song too.
And then Baby Don't Lie, Gwen Stefani, that song. Yeah. A lot of cool songs. Adele in there.
You've been doing this for a long time. Yeah,
I've been doing it for about 15 years now. I love music. It's my muse for ups and downs and the whole adventure of it. So.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Well, if you are new to my channel, then welcome. Matthew has previously broken down a couple of treasure behind videos for Yellow and Last Night. Today, we are going to do the next most requested video, because as promised, I read your comments. I read every single one of them, and I take tally, and this was the next most requested one to have Matthew watch and react to and break down behind the scenes. So it is T.M.I. Episode 39 Reboot Junkyu directing behind the scenes. He's really
that was a lot.
I know. He's really only seen Asahi for Yellow and Last Night do a bit of the vocal producing, writing. So you're going to see Junkyu today. Fun fact, I don't know if I filled you in on this, but Asahi and Junkyu are now two of the leaders of Treasure. At the end of 2024, they switched up leaders. It used to be Hyunsuk and Jihoon. But as of now, it's Asahi and Junkyu. So you're actually watching two of the leaders do their directing behind the scenes, which is kind of exciting. But a new producer, writer, composer for Matthew. In this T.M.I. episode 39, Junkyu is going to do a behind the scenes for two songs, which are B.O.M.B, which he was a writer on and a composer. Writers also include Yoshi and Haruto. And then he is also going to be producing T5's Move. I've watched Move quite a few times on this channel. I have other episodes of those if you want to watch my reactions to performance video, practice video, lives, the whole shebang. But T5 Move, Junkyu is the sole writer, and he's one of the composers.
Cool.
Which is really cool.
Can we talk about that distinction?
You tell us what it is.
what I think what is...
What do we think the distinction is between writer and composer?
Yeah, because when you register songs here in the U.S., and I'm sure they're keeping the same thing, you register your song with a performance right organization. They want to know who all wrote on the song so they can distribute royalties. And the writer is probably, in this case, going to be the lyricist or lyricists. And then the composer is going to be the people or persons who create the musical elements. And so that could often be the same person. They'll be credited twice, or you might have a lyricist and a composer. Be different people or different parties.
But I know that you've worked with people who are like strictly writers, as in strictly lyricists. They don't do any of this part, so they can be different people, but they can also be the same. So
it gets gray though, because singing the melody of the main vocal is kind of composing. It's sometimes you have to pick, and then like I think in this one we saw that he's both. So makes sense.
Very cool. All right. Well, since you have spent a lot of time in the studio with many, many different artists, what do you find is one of the most challenging aspects about being in the studio or during recording sessions?
About being in the studio or like making in the studio?
Ooh, I don't know. Both. I don't know the difference.
Well, I think just being in the studio, I think the biggest challenge is the isolation. That the way music is made, a lot of the ways that music is made now is people by themselves creating, and so that can get tricky because you can just spend a lot of time by yourself. You're missing those moments of inspiration or randomness or little jokes that turn into song ideas. I mean, you can joke with yourself, but it gets old. So that's probably the hardest part about being in the studio. I think the hardest part about creating in the studio is capturing energy and maintaining that energy from the idea of the song all the way to the finished master recording of the song, because there's a lot of steps in between there, and it's so easy to get lost in different pathways and just like get burned out. And to maintain that energy, to capture it and keep it, is tough.
For sure. All right, everyone, a little bit of a TMI and behind the scenes here. We just had some weird technical difficulties where the studio just started flashing on and off and on and off. So we're just going to reset and pick up the conversation where we were at. But I think when we got cut off, I was saying that you were talking about that isolation piece sometimes being part of the challenge of working in the studio. And I love in the Yellow recording behind, we got some insights into Asahi in his studio, and he had Haruto, and I believe it was Junghwan there. And he was like bouncing some ideas off of them, playing like the demo versions for them. And that's really fun to see that the members have each other to lean on, to bounce ideas off of, to just have like fun together in what can sometimes be like a slightly isolating and, you know, exhausting environment.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. But I'm really excited to see Junkyoo get into it because, again, this is our first time watching Junkyoo do any sort of directing behind. So we're going to see him direct for the Reboot album, for the songs Move and B.O.M.B. Again, TMI, episode 39, Reboot Junkyoo directing behind the scenes, was dropped on September 8th, 2023. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into it.
That's fun. Little
안녕하십니까
roads.
여러분, 준규입니다. 보시다시피 여기는 제 작업실이고요. 왜 카메라를 켰냐? 정규 2집 앨범에 제가 작곡 작사를 말씀드려보려고 합니다. 첫 번째로 이제 소개시켜드릴 노래는 T5 유닛 Move라는 노래죠.
Oh, so yeah, T5 is a unit song. There's only 5 of the 10 of them in it. Yep.
똘똘했어요. 제 자작곡이 세상 밖에 나온다. 그래서 사실 정말 정신이 없었어가지고 에피소드나 이런 걸 정확히 기억을 하지 못했는데 자료화면 보시죠.
저희는 지금 무브에 녹음을 하러 왔습니다.
네, 맞습니다.
준규 형의 자작곡이기 때문에 아주 섹시해요.
네,
아주 섹시해요.
프리코러스 수정 녹음.
네, 형. 지새는 이 밤이 좀 부자연스러운.
Okay, now we're back in the bigger studio.
그러면 원래 있는 거를 킵을 해놓고 해볼게요.
네네.
Okay, we got the computer monitor so they can see where they are in the song. Super helpful. So
yeah, we didn't see that in the other ones.
No. I think they're probably there. We just have a different angle now. Helps them know where they are when they're going to jump in on a new track. So like, oh, it's this BGV and not this one, and they know what they're doing. There you go. That's nice. No, that was nice. Good little run.
좀 이렇게 부드럽게 가고 싶었던 거구나. 나는 프리코러스는 진짜 애초에 마음이 들었었고 텐션 이렇게 빡 하고 나오는 그걸 원했는데 그걸 아예 딱 해줘가지고
아 뭔가 자꾸 지새는이 어색하게 들려요.
진짜 다시 한번 들어볼게요. 진짜 좋은데?
난 좀
I like that melody. Was that the pre-chorus? Did they say pre-chorus? It sounds like a pre-chorus. Okay.
어색한 것 같기도 하고 뭔가 딱 들었을 때. 그래서 뭔가 좀 더 내가 이렇게 불러도 되나 싶어서 이렇게 쓴 것 같긴 해.
진짜?
네.
오히려는 그게 무기가 된다 생각하는데.
근데 형이 오케이 하면은 나는 완전 다행인 것 같아. 그래도.
안녕.
Junghwan, their maknae.
예. 2절 삽이 좀 더 텐션을 넣어서 하고 싶다. 좋습니다. 오, 야무진데요? 절대
That had some good character. You know, felt relaxed. And just that little take he was doing there. So it sounded nice.
보다 절대 지워지지 않을 꿈. 나는 만족인데?
That's going to be hard to get because it's so low in his voice. So it could be hard to get the energy up to where his regular register is. Songbul, like it's so that's probably what they're hunting for in that moment.
나도 디벨롭 된 것 같아서 좋습니다.
What you waiting for? We got no 이 느낌.
What you waiting for? We got
no. Oh, dude, I hope they were recording. Well, they were at least for the video. Maybe they could play. Yeah, that was good.
What you waiting for? We got no time.
좀만 더 타이트하게.
What you waiting for? We got no time.
나는 이게 더 좋은 것 같아.
고생하셨습니다.
고생했어요.
That happens all the time when an artist is just like relaxed and just goofing around and then singing the part. And you're like, oh, dang it, that was so good. And there's something that happens when you push the red button and your brain's like, okay, we're recording now. And then you just don't get that magic of when you were just totally relaxed and just not even thinking about it.
I love Jeongwon's voice. I think he's come so far. And he's the maknae, so he's their youngest too.
Okay.
And I think he really vocally stands out in this song.
Nice.
I really like his parts.
보셨나요? 우리 친구들 너무 잘하지 않나요? 더 잘하고 싶으니까 욕심이 나고 자신한테 하는 그 기대도 있고 딱 그 마음으로 수정 녹음을 좀 이렇게 더 했었던 게 기억이 납니다. 다음 노래는 이제 Want Your Love 작사 작곡.
Oh, they do I Want Your Love too. I actually did not know that.
원래 You Stuck in My Mind I Can 원래 이거 회사에 이런 방향도 어떨까요? 해서 이렇게도 들려.
I love this song.
난 느낌 와 거침없이 더 미쳐 party like
그래가지고 원래 브릿지랑 또 이렇게 섞여서 음원에 나오게 됐다. 그리고 마지막으로 B.O.M.B 해볼까요? B.O.M.
That's Jaehyuk.
Nice. Friendly reminder, those are my dream speakers if anyone's buying.
트레저 수록곡 B.O.M.B B.O.M 녹음을 하러 왔습니다. 강렬한 사랑해 이런 것보다는 널 사랑해 약간 이런 그냥 바라비밤바 사랑해 약간 이런 느낌의 사랑 노래입니다. 재혁 화이팅.
I wanna know what you do 아무리 애써도 알 수 없네
뭐야 누구세요?
It's good hype, man.
준규형
재혁이 키가 좀 높은 걸 하는 게 맞구나. 아 할 때 바로 아가 아니라 아가 있으면 좋을 것 같아.
I wanna
그거.
Yep.
그게
I think they upgraded their monitoring devices where they can control their mix. We're in a different room, so maybe this is just a different setup, but it's all sounding good.
Yep.
거기 부분만 신경을 써서 한번 해봅시다.
I wanna know what you do
아무리 애를 써도 알 수 없네. 이거 찍어보자.
Yep.
앞에 거 너무 좋아서 앞에 거 느낌대로 나오면 될 것 같아.
아무리 애를 써도 알 수 없네 복잡한 내
들어볼게요.
아무리 애를 써도 알 수 없네
That's good. You have to do that a lot. Oh, funny freeze frame.
We always get them at the wrong time.
You have to do that a lot where you just need to listen back. Because you just need to let the speakers speak for themselves and say, like, is this working or is it not? Because you might have an idea as a vocal producer or as a singer of what you think it should sound like, and then you hear it out of the speaker and you're like, you know what, that's actually pretty cool. Or maybe better than the idea I had.
고생했어요. 끝났어요.
수고하셨습니다
고생 많았어요.
It's probably so late. I think these guys work in the wee hours.
There's Asahi Blonde.
Oh, blonde Asahi.
너를 볼 때면 난 계속 이가의 미소가 막 번지게 돼
따단 이거 음만 잘 나오면 될 것 같긴 해.
톤은 어떻게?
난 이거 괜찮은 것 같아.
아 오케이.
나를 볼 때 뭔가 이렇게 떠는 것도 좋고
볼 때면 난 계속
완벽해요.
이가의 미소가 막 번지게 돼
좋은데요?
Yep.
넘어갑시다.
You see his glasses are rubbing against the pop filter. That round thing in front of the microphone it's called a pop filter, and it keeps the P sounds and like B sounds. They have a lot of air that comes out of your voice, and when that hits the microphone, it sounds like a big thump, and it's not pleasant sounding. So you need to protect that from that. It's also not good for the mic. So you need to protect that from happening, and that's what that does. But his glasses are rubbing up against it in a funny way. He also has his glasses like over his headphones because when your headphones push, well, you know, I mean, we've all had it.
Have to.
When your headphones push in your glasses for hours. I mean, look at his hair. He's been there for a while.
너로 가득 차 이런 거를 살짝 빼볼까? 뭔가 비트감이긴 한데 그냥 너로 가득 차 just like this.
Oh, that was good. That was good right there. It was really right in like the sweet spot. Yeah, he heard it too.
완벽합니다.
Alright, another sweet spot.
터져라. 여기 끝에 쪽은 살짝 좀만 더 늘려도 될 것 같아. 그리고 전체적으로 좀만 더 힘들겠지만 약간 산뜻하면 더 좋을 것 같아. 한번 그렇게 해볼게요.
네.
Can you hear my heartbeat? 내 심장은 붐바라비밤밤 사랑을 던진다 네 맘에 떠져라
따다다다다 여기 뭔가 강조가 되면 더 좋을 것 같아. 이게
Yeah, more fun.
나도 그래.
내 심장은 붐바라비밤밤 사랑을 던진다 네 맘에 떠져라.
He's got funny facial expressions.
여기 오늘만큼 여기가 겁나 어렵거든요. 아마 힘들 거예요.
Oh, pro tip, when you're in the studio, you want room temperature water.
I don't like room temperature
Yeah, well.
water. I'm such an ice person. It makes my throat hurt.
Yeah, but you don't want to shock your vocal cords with too hot or too cold. The vocal cords constrict when you have cold water on them. Caffeine's not great. Alcohol's not great. There's a whole regimen for studio. Lukewarm water, maybe a little bit of lemon. But then there's also this funny phenomenon that like every time someone takes a sip of water, the next take is like not going to be good. I think there's just still like a little residual moisture on your vocal cords, so you kind of have to do a take to get that off and then go again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
해보시죠.
We'll see if they show us the next take. I don't know. It was nice. Didn't push too hard.
눈을 맞춰 feel me now가
눈을 맞춰 feel me now
좋아요. 그게 딱 좋아요.
눈을 맞춰 feel me now I want you baby 오늘만큼은
That was good.
나에게 달려와 love me now.
There we go. Ooh, I like how he had that little rasp at the end. I really hope they keep that on the record. That was good.
어서요.
Is it another free space? It's those funny little human moments that you want to go for and keep. Like if the whole vocal is perfect, it's gonna sound boring and bland.
Yeah.
And that's a really hard thing to sometimes wrap your head around as a singer. And it's really hard to produce your own vocal for that reason, because you want to remove all of those little imperfections that you don't like about your voice, and everyone's the most critical about their own voice. You're your own worst critic for your own voice, and you hear things that you don't like that other people may not notice or may love. And oftentimes when you're emoting, your voice is going to do those imperfections, and that's like what makes it good. So you can sorry, this freeze frame is so funny.
We always get them at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Sorry, treasure.
So we had that little, it was a little like distortion in his voice at the end there. Like, I like it. I hope that they could, it's what makes it human. It's what makes it real and not just like robotic pop vocals.
We will see.
We'll see.
밤 녹음 1일차 종료하도록 하겠습니다. 화이팅!
Nice.
Jihoon with the bright orange hair.
지훈
Real
씨
standing out on the
막
purple.
산뜻하게 막 생각했던 그 노래 느낌으로.
Alright, we
He's the one that
changed.
did like all the voices.
Oh, okay. We're in a different studio again.
짱 좋은데요?
He has that like anime heartthrob lover, like kind of like, you know, like main character. No, his voice.
Oh, his voice.
You know,
yeah.
At least how I think of it of like 2000s. You know, like the lead character, heartthrob anime kind of vocal. That's that. I don't know. That's what's just jumping to my head right now.
He is a heartthrob.
빰빰빰 하고 끊고 숨을 쉬어야 돼요. 중간에 그 밤밤 끝나고 숨 쉬어주면 돼요.
이걸 캐치하네요.
네. 가볼게요.
네.
Wow, his voice is sounding almost like totally polished and done just in that one take. So pretty good.
Good job, Jihoon.
And he just said I can do it 200 times better.
잘했다 이거.
누구세요?
So how he stopped. They're probably just hunting for one word, and then he hit it, and then they're gonna chop it and pop it in.
저 박.
That was good because he started in his chest voice, and then he went up high in his head voice and descended down, back through the break with no pops or transition breaks. That was really good.
He was the one last time too that was like holding his head like this.
Yeah.
And I told you, sorry, thank you. Someone put in the comments what he has. I could never remember off the top of my head what it was you said he had, but I did pass it on to Matthew. So thank you so much. It was a very long medical term.
Yeah, thank you.
살짝 그 오늘만큼이 조금
아쉬웠나?
느려져가지고.
그럼 한 번 더.
좀 더 타이트하게 부른다는 식으로 가.
오케이.
That's a good now.
제일 좋은 것 같아. 타이트하게 부르는. 지훈님.
Now is hard to sing because it's a diphthong. Now, right? That's that in English is I don't know how many diphthongs are in Korean, but there's a lot in English. And it's really hard to sing a diphthong. It's like you. It's weird now, like because you're morphing the vowel without closing to a consonant, and they're just really hard words to sing, and they're unfortunately. The most common words are the ones that have the diphthongs.
그럼 끝났어요.
감사합니다.
밤 에피소드를 말씀드리자면 첫 번째로 만들었는데 너무 제 기대에 못 미치게 나온 거예요. 그래가지고 엎었어요. 두 번째 밤 유유 라고 적어놨네요. 속상했나봐요. 속상했어요. 굉장히. 아무튼 이렇게 인생 첫 녹음 디렉 비하인드 에피소드를 한번 얘기를 해봤는데요. 너무 잘하고 싶었는데 그냥 죽어라 열심히 최선을 다했던 것 같아요. 저희 노래 들어봐 주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 이 말밖에 못하겠네요. 사랑합니다.
Yay! Good job, Junkyu!
Yay! Good work.
All right, so overall, you've seen Asahi do some directing and vocal directing. Now you've seen Junkyu as well. Are there any like fundamental differences you see in like their styles?
No, I think they're both doing a good job of maintaining the energy and the confidence of the artists. You know, they have little different personalities, but I think
that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's it. And they just have different, just the different personalities comes through, and that's good. You know, it just makes the art a slightly different color in a good way. So.
Yeah. Well, they mostly focused on Move and B.O.M.B, so we're going to stick with those. So we are going to watch the music video for T5 Move, which has 5 of the members. I'll tell you which of the members as they pop up on screen, just so you get an idea. And then we are going to watch the Treasure B.O.M Kaboom version performance video. I have reacted to the music video before, so you can go and watch those episodes if you haven't seen them. But I'm gonna play these for Matthew and see what he thinks of the final versions. We're just gonna jump into it and do Move first.
Cool.
I love this song. Like I said, I've reacted quite a few times to it, but Matthew, you might have heard this before. We'll see. All right, here's T5 Move.
All right, just to start off, you'd be so surprised at how hard it is to get a good snap sound. I'm not gonna do it in the microphone because it's gonna sound funny, but just snapping into a microphone, if you try like doing your phone like a voice memo, it just doesn't sound very good. And so to get to sound good, it's hard to find a good snap.
Wait, while we're paused here, sorry. Jeongwhan He has pretty long hair in this video, so you'll remember him. Jaehyuk has like a little bit of streaks in his hair. Do-young, and then Jihoon, and then Junkyu's. You'll know. You just saw a lot of Junkyu's face. You'll get it.
Cool. Are you ready?
You made me feel like everything's alright. Yeah. 거지 같은 세상 속 유일한 butterfly. When I walk in the street 너를 잡고 싶어서 난 안 달랐지. Yeah. 입을 밖으로 위험해 좀 더 있길 원해 잔을 더 비워.
That was good. It's hard to get the energy like up in that register, in that lower register, and he did a good job. I like the harmonies, the harmonies that poke out on the kind of the words they want to accent in the phrase. I like those. The now, those are good.
What you waiting for? Oh baby, tell me what you waiting for. Oh baby, tell me what you waiting for. We got no time. Show me up. 나의 리듬에 올라타고 우리 부딪혀
Good melody.
절대 깨고 싶지 않은 꿈. Let's take it John up to the room.
Alright, so it's so hard to do. You hear that like funny synth in the background that's going whoop 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 whoop. That one. This is like when you make music like this, it's so hard because you'll write the vocal melody typically first. And then you have to figure out what is going to be that thing that is keeping the energy up, but not getting in the way of the vocals. And you have to like weave it around it in this puzzle, and you're coming up with this counter melody part. And man, can you hit your head against the wall trying to find that. And it sounds like they did a good job finding a cool, like fun, hype sound, but it's not upstaging or overshadowing their vocals.
And remember, this is the one that Junkyu wrote and composed on.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So good job finding that line. I've hit my head against the wall many an hour trying to do that. Did you hear that really low boom, boom? I like that. I don't know if they pitch their vocals down or some of them. Does any of them have a really low voice?
Not. They can go low, but like the lower vocal tone members, I think, aren't necessarily in this song. But I'm sure they can do it.
I like that little slow down, the tail there.
그렇지 못한데도 너는 빛이 나 내 맘에 불이 붙어 feel me now 너 잊고 싶나 봐 my sexy 한편의 명작 my classic 하나 둘이 되고 파나 fancy 나 fancy shit 둘만의 비밀을 만들어가자 원한 비밀은 없다
I love these outfits.
Yeah, they're cool. They're just doing all these different slowdown effects. I'm like, my brain was trying to think of how did they do it, and they're probably using something I don't know.
Go back a second.
Good delays.
Show me a groove 나의 리듬에 올라타고 우린 부딪혀 sounds like boom 절대 깨고 싶지 않은 꿈 Let's take it jump up to the roof.
There's a lot of really cool stuff happening in the bass, and then like the little fills and the like the hype stuff that's happening. It's really interesting. I like it. They're doing like all these different slowdown effects that there's different ways I know how to do it, but the way that it's sounding is not in a way that I've heard before.
I'm definitely listening to all of that.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice. Oh, bring in the saxophone. All right, I've heard this. I've heard the saxophone part. I know you love the saxophone.
I do love the saxophone.
That sounds like, that doesn't sound like a saxophone sample. It sounds like they brought in somebody and played it. because like the way I went, like I didn't hit the right note, but really when the way it went up there and like growled, like it's a real horn player. So maybe one of them plays saxophone. Let us know.
Oh yeah, that I do not know.
That's a really good third chorus lift because you have to like bring up the energy in chorus 3. And sometimes you're like, well, we threw everything at the wall in chorus 2. I don't know. What do we do now? How do we make it more energetic? And it's hard. And they did a good job there. Good ad-libs.
Yay!
It's great.
T5 Move. All right, that was T5 Move, written and produced by Junkyuu. What'd you think?
It was fun. It's good. Really good vocal arrangements. I said I really like the high ad-lib vocal.
Yeah.
A lot of great pop production. Just like all those little ear candy things. That whole synth counter melody on the chorus. The elevated energy in chorus 3 is really good.
Nice. Yeah. Treasure kills it with the ad-libs for sure. Okay, so as promised, we are also going to watch a video for B.O.M.B. So this is B.O.M.B, the Kaboom version white dance performance video. I've already done the music video. I think I also did a practice video. So you can watch those in the other episodes if you would like. But we're going to show Matthew the full song by doing the white dance performance video. This one was dropped on October 20th, 2023. All right, let's go.
Okay, that piano sound, that's a classic. That's probably a Yamaha DX7. It's like the classic 80s synthesizer. It came out in the 80s. And it's a FM synthesizer for the synth nerds out there. They'll know what I'm talking about because it's such a classic nerd. But it has like those synthy piano 80s kind of sounds to it.
I love these powder jackets. I want one so bad.
Please don't make me a fool. 날 떨리게 해.
They do a good job. They did it here too. They're doing really tight harmonies. That seems to be maybe a YG staple because we were watching,
or at least a Treasure staple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we watched Baby Monster. If you haven't already, we watched Baby Monster: The Behind of Sheesh, and we talked about harmonies.
Yeah, they're having
like
some
that.
tight harmonies in the background that were good. I like it.
Hey, can you hear my heartbeat?
My heart is like boom, bada be bam bam, throwing my heart at you. Watch out, kaboom, boom, boom.
You hear the little bomb sound?
Yeah, it's cute.
It's funny.
I want you, baby. Ooh, you make me crazy now.
My heart is like boom, bada be bam bam, throwing my heart at you. Watch out, kaboom, boom, boom. You're my love, I'm falling.
Why do I just feel me now? Don't you, baby? Ooh, I'm running to you, baby. Want you to love me tonight.
That was a good run. All the way up to the top down. I like that. That was a good run, vocal run. They're doing like an 80s/70s thing. There's some string stabs that are kind of like disco, but then it has an 80s kind of beat to it with the modern pop vocal arrangement. It's interesting. And then orchestra straps. That's like a 90s thing. I don't remember Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all the orchestra straps they would do back then. They're bringing them back.
Hey, can you hear
my heartbeat.
My heart is like B.O.M.B, throwing my heart at you.
I love that dance move, it's so cute.
It's a good melody. Boom, bada bee ba boom. It's bouncy and fun, and I think that matches. This is much more like lighthearted, kind of lovey, fun, silly, in a good way song. You know?
I want you, baby. Ooh, you make me crazy now. My heart is like boom, bada bee bam bam, throwing my heart at you. Watch out, kaboom, boom boom. You're my love. I just feel me now.
I like the claps. The claps are good because I bet live people clap there.
Yeah,
twice.
it's really cute. There's lots of actually this song does a lot of fun things that we do live, honestly. Yeah.
It's really good when you
one.
give
Junkyoo did a great job finding a song that would be like super fun for the audience and for T.M.I's.
Yeah.
Whereas like Move is obviously like sexier vibe.
Yeah. Well, it's fun when you give the audience something to do to participate, and they can like. I mean, a lot of K-pop fans participate with all the fan chants, and that's all awesome and interwoven. But it's cool when you give them little moments to like clap and be part of the song too.
Want you, baby. Oh, I'm running to you, baby. Want you to love me tonight.
So the Kaboom version has this like dance break part.
This is gonna date me. That was very Beastie Boys. Both in the sound and in the shot.
Yeah.
That's very like
Love
1997 or 8 Beastie Boys.
I wanna know what you do. 아무리 애를 써도 알 수 없네. 복잡한 내 맘들도 솔직한 마음으로 널 향해 나를 터뜨린다. My heart is like boom, bada bam bam. Okay, just love me like that. Watch out, go boom boom boom. 더 크게, 더 세게. I just feel me now. I want you, baby. Ooh, you make me crazy now. My heart is like boom, bada bam bam. Okay, just love me like that. Watch out, go boom boom boom. 더 크게.
Are those other like horns or brass instruments that we're hearing in the background?
Probably, but they're probably synth horns because that would kind of fit the 80s vibe.
Asahi's
He's
so
dead.
silly. Cuties. I'm pretty sure that was his butt we saw him, like the person with like their head be doing that, like so funny.
I believe
He's a
it.
goofy dude. Goofy. All right. Well, 2 songs done by Junkyoo. 2 very different songs.
Yeah, very different.
In vibe and production. What'd you think overall?
Yeah, another good one. I like the energy of Boom or Bomb, which is funny. You think with the title Bomb, it would be more like heavy.
That's what
like
I said the first time
dubstep
I
or
listened to it. Yes.
but no, it was just fun. So it was a fun dance number. I think Move is a little more my style personally. I might lean a little more towards that.
Me too. No, I can't even say that. I love both of them. I love both of them for what they are.
Yeah. Move is just like I don't know, it kind of just tickled my fancy a little more of like, oh, what was that? And it's probably more producer's hat.
Sure,
Where
totally.
there's stuff I was like, oh, I don't know how they did that, or that's kind of interesting, cool, a little more ear candy. But Bomb is a fun summertime kind of bop, even though it was
Song of the
October.
summer.
Yeah.
Song of the summer. So fun live too. Honestly,
Okay.
Bomb has like lots of little things that like fans do and like
Yeah, I
just
can see
little
that
bits
being really good
Yeah,
for that.
but I mean, Move. It does its job.
Yeah.
It does a job for me.
Yeah,
At
good.
least. And for you. You liked it too. So wonderful. Well, thank you all so much again for all of your awesome comments. Like I said, we read all of them. We take all of your suggestions into account. If you haven't yet, we just dropped a baby monster behind for the production of Sheesh. So go ahead and watch that. That should have dropped already. And next on the docket, we'll have to see. Let us know what you want to see in the comments down below. We'll take that into account, and then we'll get Matthew back as soon as possible. But thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, thanks everyone so much. Stand treasure, and as always, we will see you next time.